Hello everyone and welcome to the Onward VR Master League. I'm your host Nomad, and today I'm here to bring you this SirenSnails versus the TheBadBatch match of the NA division. These gold and diamond tier teams will be playing not only for MMR but for our viewing pleasure as well here in season 12, week number 14. Now, before the match gets underway, we need to know what maps these two teams have decided to ban and where we're going to go for map number 1. So, start with the home team, the SirenSnails. They decided to ban Suburbia. Meanwhile, the TheBadBatch chose to ban Snow Peak. And, starting with a certain theme we got going on right now, map number 1 it's going to be Subway. Now, just looking through the history here, trying to get an idea as to why these teams chose the bans that they made. Now, SirenSnails choosing Suburbia, I can kind of see they're probably banning for weakness as opposed to strength. They are currently 2 for 3 this season so far with a round win rate of 53%. Meanwhile, the TheBadBatch are 3 for 4 with a 56% round win percentage. So they're probably thinking that the TheBadBatch are probably a bit too much for them on Suburbia. I could be wrong though. Now for the TheBadBatch's pitch of the Snow Peak, well, from what I can see, the Snails are 1 for 2 on Snow Peak with the round win percentage of 56%, and the TheBadBatch have yet to play it. So obviously they don't feel comfortable taking the guys on a map that they probably have yet to play so far this season, whether it's just the matches or possibly in scrims as well. At the present time, we are currently waiting on one more member of the TheBadBatch to join, and we should be underway. And a little bit of extra stats, I guess, if you guys want the numbers. For Subway, SirenSnails' first pick, they are currently 9 for 13 with a round win percentage of 62%. Whereas the TheBadBatch, they are 4 for 6 and their round win percentage is 60%. So theoretically, these two teams should be evenly matched on this map. Speaking of the match, this is, by all account, a rematch. These two teams have played one another earlier in the season. The TheBadBatch managed to come away with a win, a total score of 13-7. And Subway was also the first map played in that one, where the TheBadBatch managed to win by a score of 5-3. That should give you a bit of a precursor as to what we should expect map number 1. And looks like we have our 5th guy in here, so I'll just quickly let the teams know we are good to go, and I'll quickly go over the roster. So, starting with the Snails, we have OKM Blue, Tommy Aaron, Allegory Corey, E Hansen 08, Downpour 11. Over on the TheBadBatch side, we have Pastor Pound, One Truth, It's OCE, Pono Scat, and Troll 31. I probably just botched that second last name. And with that countdown, we are on to round number 1.
What about Cammy?
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
I'm here.
Just some body voice.
A flash.
Die home!
Wait,
They're
Why
running
don't I have
to
martial
shenanigans,
gloves?
that way they don't shoot us, and then we can shoot
Not
them
martial
instead.
gloves.
That'd be funny.
I'm going the wrong way.
Oh, not good sign so far. Looks like we're gonna have ourselves a 3-2 split. Blue and Downpour in the basement. Looks like Blue's gonna be taking the very end of the basement, while Aaron and Corey taking overpass, and already we have one kill. One Truth finds Aaron in the overpass, and with Corey on the other side of that overpass, the refrag may not happen. One Truth's gonna back off a bit. And it looks like OCE is going to find Downpour, who's getting a little peeky from that west basement stairs. Blue looking to get an idea as to what's going on, but we'll trade, making it a 4v2 in favor of the Bad Batch. Looks like Hanson managed to take north stairs and may have an angle onto Pastor Pound, while Corey tries to engage. One Truth, Hanson managed to get the pick on the Pastor, but Pastor's only down though, so he is able to make callouts. And looks like that's going to be happening because we have Scat and One Truth now looking towards the north, looking for Hanson. She going to be prepared for this? She will be, but it will trade with One Truth, leaving the overpass now open, leaving it all down to Allegory Corey. The res should come out for Pastor Pound, but no. Looks like they're gonna leave him there, and he's gonna serve as a radar array of sorts. Track down Corey, call them out to the teammates, who Corey will probably bump into Troll, who's in self-train right now. Get a peek here. One Truth pulling the tablet. Troll pulling the tablet. Look to see if it's a friendly or not. Finds out that the enemy as he gets taken out. And Allegory Corey doing the right thing here. When you're in these 1v2 or even 1v5s, when you're all alone and assuming to be undermanned and you're disadvantaged here, best thing to do is to have a game of basically it's called shoot and scoot. Discharge your weapon, try and get a pick. Whether you get the pick or not, rotate, scoot, get somewhere else. Corey here has less than 3 minutes left now, so plenty of time to make rotations. And from here, basically just gonna have to rotate, get a pick, rotate, get another pick, which if the res does not come out, it's just gonna be a 1v1 then. And looks like Scat has yet to move, which Scat doesn't really have to, as Scat is currently, well, that's Pound, currently in the tunnel, same tunnel as the west basement stairs, which is a common route to this objective. So with the route that Corey's taking, it's quite possible Scat has the right angle. Even if Corey was going to come to the north, there's still a tight angle in which the shots can be made to stop the cap. And it looks like that's where the approach is going to come from. And just as Corey comes up to the platforms, Pastor Pound bleeds out and is now dead and back in the tent. It's all down to Scat. Might just have eyes on. Maybe not. Here comes the cat. Oh! No. So close. Trying to use that bench as cover, but the head was still exposed. And before that code can be punched in, the headshot came around, giving the Bad Batch their first point. a pretty good round so far. We had a couple of defensive positions that aren't too common. We had, I believe it was One Truth up in the overpass, hiding behind the vending machine. Not a very common position to take, but still quite effective, as he managed to take out Kami Aaron. And then another uncommon spot was where Pastor Pound was, right behind this pillar here. Up for an open angle at the train cars. And we are not going to waste much time, as round 2 is about to begin.
We can do this, y'all.
The right.
Be slow.
So we head to
be
the right?
methodical. You head to the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be slow, bro. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, I got
He's
you.
gonna
Once
take
you
us a
get
minute to
once you
there,
get to
take
that
your time.
once you get that train cart, you're good.
Last second advice from the captain. OTM Blue was up here. Did he leave a C4? Sure did. Ano gonna find it the easy way or the hard way. I have yet to find it. Ooh. Aaron with a prepped smoke grenade. Or no, that was a flashbang. Pushing up, trying to find Pastor Pound and One Truth. Not quite able to land those shots. Oh! Dang!
One south.
Right in his face. And looks like replays are working. Fantastic. Meanwhile, we have Troll and its OCE. Not sure
Lines to match,
exactly
I
how to
think.
pronounce
OBJ.
where that name is. In the basement. All the while, OKM Blue, who was covering South Stairs, has rotated now to cover the objective. Looks like One Truth and Pastor Pound are going to make a second attempt and push into the overpass. The horseshoe, as it's sometimes called. They just try to throw a knife
Now,
to
do it.
psych out Aaron. Another smoke grenade comes out. A little bit of free fire going on. Aaron's nowhere to be seen. Wrong side of the corner. Oh, and with a pick onto One Truth and a quick free frag from Pastor Pound. That's going to make this a 4v3, still in the favor of the SirenSnails. But now they have lost Horseshoe. It's not a super critical position to take, but it is very beneficial, as it might get an angle onto E. Hansen. And there it is. Pastor Pound, second kill of the round. Gonna tie things up, 3v3. Downpour 11 has been hearing these footsteps and all this gunfire the whole time. Not sure if he's been making callouts though. And while Pastor Pound has been cleaning house, Troll and its OCE have been just ever so slowly trying to be stealthy and silent, trying to get to the south basement stairs, trying to make that overwhelming push from the south. Either that or they're going to be the distraction as Pastor Pound comes in from the north. Got just over 2 minutes left. Should be plenty of time for them to make whatever play they want to do. OCam blue. Ooh, this is quite the angle. I don't think you're able to shoot underneath of the benches. I believe there's a hitbox there. But it's still a nice angle to hold. Oh, and Passer with kill number 3 this round gets OCam blue from the south train. Here comes the push. Looks like they're gonna be attacking from horseshoe and both basement staircases. North and south. And its OCE will find a pick onto Corey. It is now all down to Downpour, who is way off objective, but will find a delayed refrag onto Pastor Pound, making it a 2v1 in favor of the Bad Batch. But Downpour's position is now known. Some well-placed smoke grenades and a little bit of luck, and its OCE could cross the tracks, get behind the pillar here, and cap. Also very potential is Troll could get behind the map, which is what was attempted the last round, but not quite. He'll be able to get the cap. Smoke coming out from Troll. But it'll be its OCE who gets the pick onto Downpour, giving the Bad Batch their second point. And for those of you who may be aware of what this game is, it is Onward. This is a 5v5 tactical shooter, and it's all in VR. Basically meaning that these players have VR headsets strapped to their face. They have a controller in each hand, and each movement they perform is actually tracked. So if they crouch in this game, it's because they are actually crouching in real life. If they go prone, same thing. They are proning in real life. And with Onward, it's all about getting to the objective. Now, the objective I'm referring to is this green beeping annoying satellite you see here. And when I say capping the objective or a code, I mean each player has a tablet with a 7-digit code on it, 7-digit number. The attacking team, Marsoc, the players in the Desert Camo, they need to get within a small radius of this objective and punch in this 7-digit code. If they do so, they get 2 points. If they eliminate the other team, like we've seen with the past 2 rounds, they get 1 point. It's a best of 7 rounds. So the first of 4 with the potential to get 5 in each round. We play 3 maps. Whoever wins 2 maps wins the series. And we play all 3 maps regardless.
Thank you.
And now we have the North Stairs objective. This is probably the spiciest objective of this entire map. We have seen some incredible attacking pushes and some insane defensive denials from this one objective. Flashbang goes out. Oh, Nate, sorry. Will not find purchase, but the C4 will find purchase onto OKM Blue. Downpour trying to get the res, did not find it. Tries to take out Ponoscat, but no, he is denied. Gonna make it a 5v3 in the first 30 seconds of the round.
Yep, scratch 2
And the kill count is now accurate. We got Hanson coming from West Basement Stairs, Allegory Corey coming from North Basement Stairs, and Aaron's gonna be taking. He's gonna fall back from overpass. Must have bumped into one troop. Decided that it was a bad idea. Oh, Corey nearly gets taken out by one truth from the horseshoe. Corey's now gonna make a rotation, which is a smart thing to do. Will most likely approach from West Basement Stairs, along with E. Hansen. Looks like Aaron's gonna be taking North Alley. We'll still have to contend with Ponoscat. Little issue with the game here, I guess, Mono. Even though it's not your job. And with just under 4 minutes left, Corey has linked up with Hansen. They'll still have to contend with One Truth, who is on the tracks next to North Train. They have a pretty difficult job as they got to contend with One Truth and Troll, who's in the North Maintenance Tunnel. Hansen getting the pick onto One Truth, making the job that much easier. Making it. Oh no. Like I had that backwards there. One Truth got E. Hansen. And there is the trade between Aaron and Ponoscat. Now making it a 4v1.5. 3 minutes left. Could be a 4v2, but with this rotation coming in with this revive, I cannot see Corey making an additional rotation. They'll have to commit to this North Stairs push. We got 2 minutes left. Corey looting the body of a dead teammate, trying to utilize their utility as it's not going to be needed by the previous owner. Have to contend with its OCE and Pastor Pound. Corey doing this. No! And just like that, the pick from its OCE and the trade means that the Bad Batch gonna get their 3rd point. And that, oh, bugger. I'm gonna hear about that one. To basically explain the game as opposed to showcasing the game. As I mentioned, it's a best of 7, the first of 4 points, with the possible of 5 points, where if the Bad Batch caps on this round, they can win this map by a score of 5-0, which is going to be huge for them, as it's all about MMR in this league. Just winning the match is not always good enough. The wider the margin, the more points you have compared to your opponents, the more MMR you will receive. And so if they can win this map by a score of 5-0,
Praise God.
that is
Let's
going
win
to
this
do
shit.
a huge.
Let's go.
This is going to be a huge boost not only to the potential MMR, but also just in morale. A bit of pre-fire going on from Downpour. Not finding anyone, but that C4 definitely will. Aaron finding 2 people with the C4.
East side tunnel. Right side.
Not able to confirm any of those kills. Aaron's gonna have to contend with 2 more members of the Bad Batch. Smoke's coming out. Pastor Pound is coming out from the north basement stairs. Here comes one revive. Here comes the other. As Pastor Pound gets a pick onto Aaron, but Blue will find a pick onto Ponoscat. Gonna make it a 4v4. And Blue is gonna find a pick on the Pastor Pound. Gonna make it a 4v3 in favor of the SirenSnails.
Almost. Okay. One.
A little bit of pre-fire just to create noise, just to try and draw the attention of Blue. Meanwhile, the 2 remaining teammates push up into a position to try and get into the south, try and get the cap. I guarantee you they want the kill, they want to win to kill, but you can tell they're looking for the cap. Got 3 minutes left. Plenty of time to make one more rotation. Ori might be able to spot Troll.
By train cart under a horseshoe.
Looks like there was a call out for one at the north train, but that's gonna be wrong. Ori not able to land those shots. And then it's
Hey, watch out, SirenSnails.
getting pummeled with bullets. One Truth just trying to make
100%
noise.
south SirenSnails.
Blue's gonna find the pick onto OCE. Gonna make it a 4v2.
We got one horseshoe.
You could hear the comms from Blue saying he has 2 on him.
He's not down. I fucking took him.
I could push somewhere other than that they're watching it.
Sounds like Downpour 11 is gonna be making a flanking maneuver. Trying to attack from behind. Looks like One Truth is gonna be pushing into the horseshoe. Back up Blue.
Move to the right side of main.
Oh, and Blue with a nice pick onto Troll, leaving all down to One Truth in a 1v4. Throwing away the knife, trying to psych out the enemy. Oh! Truth looking for Blue, was not prepared for Downpour. And with that pick, the SirenSnails will get their first point. A great defensive hold from the Snails. That is what they needed. And all it takes is one solid round for a team to come back from such a deficit of a 3-0 deficit here. It's possible. Teams have come back from such odds. Hate to blow my own horn saying this, but I was involved in a match on Wednesday where a similar circumstance happened. So it can happen regardless of where you are in the rankings. That was completely pointless as round number 5 has begun.
Alright,
They are not
down
wasting
4.
much time here.
Me and you were gonna put emphasis on the red room. We need to get down there as quick as possible.
No, it's all you. That's all you.
Alright.
No, I'm gonna hold it,
done.
and then if in case of I just press it, I'll get the C4. I'll place the C4. Grab it. Let's go.
I'm dying.
Typical. I'll take the C4, you take the clacker.
No, yeah. Pass on objective. Pass on objective right there. I'm right here.
Not sure if that'd be the best place to put it. It can be easily spotted, I believe. And blowing a little premature. Looks like Downpour's trying to do this crouch jiggle peek, which is a little silly, I think, but if it works, it works. Flashbang is going to work on Troll. Cannot see a thing.
Hanson, we're at the end, goddammit.
Well, near TK from E. Hansen on to blue. And wow. That was nice. It's a good thing OC had the clack from that C4, but was unable to get the pick onto Hansen, making this now a 3v2 in favor of the Bad Batch. Whoa, with a flank from One Truth. Getting a pick onto Hansen's all down to Allegory Corey in a 1v3. Quick one pick onto One Truth there, making it a 1v2 now. Corey's gonna have to make a rotation. And with 3 minutes, 30 seconds left, plenty of time to a little shoot and scoot to go on. Looks like he's just waiting. Expecting Ponoscat to get aggressive, go hunting, and peek the stairs. Not gonna happen. And wow. Was not expecting that to happen. It's now a 1v1. Looks like Corey's gonna make an approach from the basement, which could very well be the best approach here, as he'll have most sight lines and get a decent angle. Ooh, Pastor Pound might get the first shots off. Pastor Pound's so focused on the right side of the pillar. He knows there was 2 attempts from the south basement staircase, and the trade will work in the Snails' favor, giving them their second point, keeping them alive still in map number 1. They can still do this. They are not out yet. Fantastic gameplay going on here. I'm glad I picked this match. Because we are gonna get our money's worth. If we ever bother to pay the watch. And it sounds like not much time's gonna be wasted as round number 6 is about to begin.
Alright, guys.
No, you're falling past her. You're going straight to horseshoe. When we hit horseshoe, I'm banking left. Whoever's with me, you go right.
Alright, we're at the basement and push up from the track there.
Good luck, good luck.
Yep.
It's like a 3-2 split. Or make that a 2-2-1 split. 2 going basement, 2 going overpass. And we got 1 going to north stairs. And it looks like every member of the SirenSnails, except for Blue, every member of the Snails except for Blue is actually on the basement floor where the objective is. Blue is actually covering the south stairs, which he's gonna get lonely as there's no members of the Bad Batch taking that approach. Let's see what we've got for a defense. We got Allegory Corey taking one of the posts, a similar position to what Pastor Pound had last round. E. Hansen is right on objective. Then have Downpour 11 on the tracks, watching the south basement stairs, and Call Me Aaron watching the south basement approach. And who is having the itchy trigger finger here? Troll. Most likely trying to kill Panoscat. Looks like Blue has decided to rotate, try and cover the basement stair entrances. But the position is known, especially after the shots are fired, taking out Troll. And getting tagged from its OC. But again, taken out immediately by Panoscat, making it a 4v4 with 3:40 left on the clock. Now, Downpour would have heard the footsteps from Panoscat, but has a pretty good idea where the attack is coming from at least from this side.
Send some magic.
Who's able to see who? Oh, Scat able to find Downpour and get the pick. downpour, I'm surprised we're not able to see Ponoscat. Must have been preoccupied with something else. Here comes the smokes onto North Basement Stairs and a flashbang. Oh, C4 from Corey takes down Pastor Pound. Slow, steady push from Scat. Pastor Pound gets confirmed. Another flashbang may have gotten Corey. I think it did. Yep. He's ducking behind cover. Free fire from one truth from the North Basement Stairs. Aaron with a nice angle covering the South Basement Stairs, but not good enough as its OCE does get the pick. They will have to contend with Hansen now. More smokes coming in, covering up the objective. Free fire coming in from Corey. We'll find. Almost got down Corey. Hansen confirmed Corey. And then its OCE then got Hansen. Giving the Bad Batch their 4th point. Giving them map number 1. What a way to end this map. But it's not over. We still got 2 more to go. And it looks like we're gonna have a bit of range, as map number 2 is going to be Downfall. Now this is an interesting pick because Downfall is a very bulk favored map. This map tends to go the way of the team that has bulk advantage or start up as bulk, because usually it's just a whole map of just bulk wins, one after the other. So picking Downfall is always a gamble. Now, what do the stats say about it? These two teams have not faced each other before on Downfall. SirenSnails are 2 for 3 with a 64% round win rate. Meanwhile, the Bad Batch are also 2 for 3 and they are a 65% round win. So again, just by the stats, by those numbers, they're fairly even. That being said, though, this is the first season for both these teams. So we do not have a lot of history behind these two teams, but after 14 weeks, we have a pretty good idea as to how these teams like to play, what kind of maps suit their style. Sounds like round number 1 is now underway.
No, well, it's not the same. It's not the same, really.
What do you...
Yeah, I guess.
Cutting south right here.
We're going to have the West Road spawn. Not necessarily the quick spawn, as this is the upper dumpster objective. That's meant for the lower dumpster objective. And Pastor Pound with that M39 gets a pick onto down for 11. Only downed. Can be rezzed. Is behind cover as they are on the other side of the valley. That little hill there. Inside the valley, I should say. But even then, it's still... Now it's effectively a 4v5. And on Downfall, you want every member alive that you can get. Especially as Marsoc. But it's still pretty critical as Volk, as Kami Aaron does find Ponoscat, making it effectively a 4.5 v4. Meanwhile, 1, 2, 3. Where is our 5th? Whoa! Way the heck over there. Pastor Pound on pretty much the furthest you can get in that corner of the map. That could be troublesome if he's last one alive. Get the lasers. And looks like we have a pretty a committed push from Center Hotel, as all focus from the Bad Batch is on OKM Blue. Realizing that the second floor is not very safe, decides to pull back, but is risking his life. Pastor Pound, which Pastor Pound has been spotted. Being way out there, you don't expect him to be out there. So to actually see them over there is quite significant. Still with 3 members of the Bad Batch at Center Hotel. All 4 of them, in fact, are still trying to take out OKM Blue. If Blue can just stay alive, and that was a critical pick. Taking down Pastor Pound, taking down that sniper was big. Pastor had to go. They're keeping Blue locked in. One Truth does find Aaron. Gonna make it a 3v3 as Downpour has bled out. Wow, nice pick from OKM Blue onto One Truth, making it a 3v2 in favor of the Snails. Making it a 3v1 as Troll goes down, it's all down to its OCE. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. And Blue getting aggressive here. And the quick peek and the shot to the head will net the SirenSnails their first round point, first map point. So as I said, this is a bulk favorite map, so if history has told us anything, we should expect the Bad Batch to win this next round. But every now and then you do find these Marsoc wins on Downfall. They don't happen too often, but when they do, boy oh boy, is it ever critical, is it ever big. Looking at the roster so far, no substitutes have happened so far, but I do see a member of the Snails in the chat. But in the meantime, round number 2 is underway.
So we're going this way, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, if you call it out, I'm fucking rotating.
I think I should go to Center Hotel.
You can try.
Pastor Pound may find the Snails, but unlike Snails, they are hauling butt. They are not taking their time as they push down the hill from North Hotel. Patcher's in a pretty good position as they can cover the approach onto West Road and Valley.
-1 lower dumpster. I can't finish it.
Ooh, that's a bad call out.
One way.
Believing that they got one did not happen until now. And a snipe from Pastor Pound on the head of OKM Blue will result in a 4v4 with only 1 minute down. 5 more to go. The Snails want to advance. They'll have to rely on Hansen and Aaron to move to Marsoc North and clear Pastor out. If they can use the assistance of Downpour with their M249, keep them busy, it is possible. Looks like Pastor Pound may have found Allegory Quarry. Or maybe not. Or using the terrain to his advantage, they can pass Pastor Pound to get to Center Hotel. But he is not out of the woods yet. We'll still have to get down West Road and still get his head popped off. Meanwhile, Hanson and Aaron they're really don't seem to be too concerned of the sniper at Marsoc North. I think Corey just got tagged there. Grenade goes out. M203 smoke goes out, hitting the north side of Upper Dumpster. A bunch more white smoke around the objective building. Suppressive fire onto the Marsoc North, trying to keep Pastor Pound covered. Head down as he takes the head of Call Me Aaron. Free power coming out from Downpour 11, who will trade with its OCE. Downpour will be the victor of that trade, but Troll in a nice angle taking on Allegory Quarry, making it a 3v1.5 in the favor of the Bad Batch. All down to Hansen, making some very open crosses. Could find a bullet from Pastor Pound. She is not careful. Ooh. This nice shot from Pastor. And with that, the Bad Batch will get their first point. Did I call it? Or did I call it? Bad Batch getting their bulk win. And with those 2 rounds out of the way, the objective has moved, but not very far, as we now have the lower dumpster objective. Went from one building and we skipped over to this one. Although it's not surprising considering that quite often we'll see the army truck objective, which is about there, move to the helicopter bungalow objective, which is there. And with the sound of that countdown, round number 3
But they probably
underway.
prepared for it, so don't count it out.
And looks
We're
like
gonna hit center.
Good job.
the quick spawn has not been called out. They still have the element of surprise, but they still have to get out of their current situation, or they're kind of stuck in this corner.
Overwatch.
And they're kind of playing a dangerous game of they're just staying in one spot. OKM Blue was a bit more aggressive. That could have spelled trouble for the Bad Batch. Quick spawn has now been identified as
That's
Blue
not
has
north,
gotten
that's,
tagged.
Northwest tower.
They know where they are, or at least the spawn is now.
It's probably Blue. He's gonna play the same way he did when he played 2 rounds ago. That's fine. Hey, keep your heads down. Copy. Hey, listen. When we fucking move up, listen very carefully. When we move up, I'm gonna stage on that wall. You two get on the fucking bungalow, and I'm talking about fast. Alright. I'll follow you. Give me a solid. How far are you?
A minute and a half has now passed, and the Bad Batch has yet to move. But it looks like they're about to make their push. And there goes one. One truth, that is.
Take a shot.
Gonna make it a 4v5.
Got a
We're
smoke.
gonna be cornered. I don't have a smoke.
Looks like they called out Blue.
I got one.
They're right there.
You want to play this?
They're in front of us. We'll move into like a little. Wait, don't move immediately. Don't move immediately.
Yeah.
When to go? When to go?
Looks like Blue is now
Go.
begun a rotation towards Helicopter Bungalow.
Wait, one push right here.
One push here.
Oh. And there we go. Apollo Scout with the delayed refrag, evening things up. 4v4. Looks like Pastor Pound's gonna head back to his favorite sniper's nest. Looks like Tommy Aaron is already in Marstock Tower. Very powerful position to be in. Oh, but Pastor Pound's favorite sniper's nest is obviously well known, as Hansen does get a headshot.
Come here. You see that window? That last window?
Gonna be now a 4v3 in favor of the SirenSnails. With just under 3 minutes left.
OBJ building you up.
Troll does get tagged. And I think a little bit of virtual poo may have come out.
Go inside. Move forward. Move
He
forward.
fell down. I'm not sure if I got him or not.
Downpour 11 does find Honoscat, who is in White House.
He's in the window of OBJ building.
We look, they're very spread out. There's only 2 near objective. Everyone else is fairly spread out. We had Blue at Heli Bungalow. We got Aaron, who's currently in Marstock Tower. We have Downpour at White House. So fairly spread out. They do have some decent angles covered.
OBJ down.
As I say
OBJ
that,
down.
Troll has taken on E. Hansen. It's all down to Allegory Corey, who's the last one left on objective. If they go down, basically the final two members, Downpour and Air, will have to rely on their positioning and their shots to defend the objective, which is working so far as Aaron from Marstock Tower takes down Troll. Aaron might find Ponoscat. All the while, its OCE is at Center Hotel, trying to find Aaron's position. Looks like Downfor's position has now been called out. Unable to land the shots on the Ponoscat. Being a PKM, not very accurate. But that's okay, because LMGs rely on accuracy through volume, as Corey does find Ponoscat with his G36. Now all down to its OCE, which Aaron, with the third kill of the round, will find, giving the Snails their second round. Second point today. And what we saw there was effectively why you should not stay put when you have the quick spawn. When you have that particular spawn, you want to get out of there as soon as possible, because you are effectively stuck in a corner of the map. You can be easily hemmed in. And the route that the Bad Batch took is quite a dangerous one to begin with, as there are some pretty open spaces that they were trying to cross from. Not a angle that I would recommend, but you can get across from there, as we have seen from Scat, and I believe it was Troll as well. Typically when this spawn occurs, players are crouched down and they try and go somewhere down this area over here.
Right.
And it looks like we are going to have a mirror spawn.
Here, I'll pre-fire.
Quick,
You get to center hotel.
Oh, and the spawn has now been identified.
All right, rush.
16.
Look for pigs, or I can look through.
Troll, who was at West Church, finds to pick on the Hansen, making it an early 4v5 in favor of the Bad Batch. OKM Blue, being as aggressive as he normally is already at Center Hotel. We'll have to contend with two members of the Bad Batch. Nice shot from
-1 in the
Blue.
center.
Getting one. Needs to take up the other, but will not find it, as its OC does get the pick, get that delayed refrag. But Corey's gonna find a delayed refrag onto Troll, clearing the West Church. But they still have to contend with its OCE in Center Hotel. seeing a kind of an opposite kind of defense here. It's very condensed coming from the Bad Batch. The autocast has been called out. We also got Pastor Pound at Upper Dumpster. Yes, Tommy Aaron does have a drone somewhere. Marsoc does have an aerodrome, which can be used in what's considered large maps. Downfall is one of them. Actually, it's pretty much one of the largest maps in this map pool. But we'll get picked off. Aaron will get picked off, and now that drone is effectively useless. With Aaron being the only operator of that drone, they no longer have eyes in the sky. But it's not necessary, as Pastor Pound does get picked. Now a 2.5 v1. Make that a 1.5 v1, as its OCE does defend their hotel quite effectively. Looks like Corey's going to attempt the revive onto Aaron, which, given OCE's positioning, is the right move to take. Then again, this is kind of what the players see. They don't see the names, they don't see lasers, they don't see holograms when they're behind walls. It's just what you'd expect to see in real life.
Kill the guy in center second story. No, second story of Center Hotel.
You ready?
Yep. We gotta go.
2 minutes. 1 minute
Yep.
40.
Looks like the snails are going to try and attempt a pincer movement. And it looks like we found the drone. Corey not prepared for the position of its OCE. Only down, not making callouts. Be the wise thing to do.
Center Hotel, first floor.
Until he starts speaking. And gets confirmed. All down to Aaron in a 1v1. Seconds left. Gonna have to make a move. And I don't. Here comes the cap. This is going to be cap. Aaron is in position, punching in the code, and we'll get it.
You're lagging, bro.
And with that cap, the SirenSnails get 4 points total and win map number 2. Folks, we are going to a third map decider. And looks like we are going to stick with the range as map number 3. going to be abandoned. See here. Go for the snails. They are currently 2 for 3, but they 59% round win percentage. And the Bad Batch looks like they have yet to play that map as well. They have yet to play the map. So, quite possible this could be a SirenSnails win, or we could see an upset. Speaking of upsets, looking at the connoisseur rating, I guess, or count, I saw it was heavily in favor of the Bad Batch. Can't even see it no more. But I think it was something like 24 to 8 or something like that. And
Yeah, we're gonna head out.
all right, folks. Round number 1, map number 3, the map decider, the match decider, I should say, is on our way. And we are going to get the center apartment objective. One of the few objectives where a map can have a multi-spawn point for both Marsoc and Volk. Doesn't actually have it. Both Marsoc and Volk spawn in the same exact spot every single time. It's a static spawn. Like Corey may not, won't bump into one truth, but we'll have to be mindful of his position. Meanwhile, Blue and Downpour are going to try and take the south apartments, taking a more direct approach to the objective. Along with Aaron. Blue has now been called out. Will they be ready for troll? No, they will not.
Grenade. Second apartment, top floor. Middle apartment.
One truth. Wrapping around, trying to go for a flank. They try to take out Hanson and Corey from the 3-story. Meanwhile, Downpour and Aaron are taking over South Apartments as Downpour finds its OC from the tank warehouse. Open up the objective a little bit more as Troll gets taken out by Troll takes out Aaron, sorry. Troll's second kill already. We're now in a 4v3 in favor of the Bad Batch.
There's one in here.
A near team kill.
I heard one over here.
Thankfully it does not come out. And just as Hanson and Corey leave the 3-story, Truth moves in. This could spell trouble. We got smokes all over objective. Followed by even more smokes. Auto Scat and Pastor Pound can be taken out. This could be a cap, as One Truth does down Hansen. But there we go. Corey does find Pastor Pound. Allegory Corey is going to be in position to cap. But no! The rotation at the right moment will take him out. Being the last player standing, netted the Bad Batch their first round point. As I mentioned, this particular objective, despite the size of the map, is indeed a static spawn. Marsuck spawns in only one spot, and so does Volk, which is not unheard of. Most objectives, Volk spawns only in one spot. So it's really no secret where Marsuck is going to be, so there's really no need to be stealthy. You just have to get to where you want to be as soon as you can, hold your angles, get your early picks if possible, and try and move in as a team. And looks like we do not have to wait much longer as round number 2 is underway.
We found the third nipple. Pono, on me. Let's move. Pono, right here.
It might be
The third
worth,
nipple.
Sending somebody, whoever knows my third story, down and around to try to get a flank.
Who's got the third nipple?
Yeah, yellow flank. The Foxtrot.
Don't run on the center street here. Good shot.
Looks like we're gonna have a 2-2-1 split, as Pastor Pound being the lone player with their trusty sniper rifle, as we have seen throughout much of this match. Wow. I can't even get over to them. That's not who I want. Almost got One Truth making short work already at the beach of the 3-story. Meanwhile, Troll is at the very south end of the canyon. OCE is just on the opposite side of the ridge. I guess it can be called a plateau. Pastor Pound go. Where did this
Looks like
sniper
it's on
go?
the same spot we were.
Not staying still as they have moved up further south and gets tagged, taken out completely by OKM Blue. There is the first kill of the round. Looks like we do have a drone. As One Truth does find Aaron.
Cool.
3-story is now clear. It's now a 4v4 with 3 minutes 50 seconds left. Flashbang comes out. Must have found Troll, who dropped a red smoke grenade, but still gets picked off regardless, making it a 4v3 in favor of the Snails. Ooh, and Blue is getting picked by OCE. Delayed refrag. Will they find downpour? And they will in a trade. Gonna make it a 2v2. Hanson and Corey against One Truth and Ponoscat. Nice pick onto Corey, making it a 2v1 in favor of the Bad Batch. All down to Hanson, who has not really the best angle, as if they get between the north and center apartments, they could lay prone and hide behind the wall to get the cap. But as I say that, Hanson does decide to make a rotation, try and cover the objective. Hanson's not careful. Ponoscat can get this wall, get a cap in, and make it a 3-0 map. As he does his snaky little crawl. Cap it out. The cap is coming out. And there we go.
Howdy.
Hey.
Hanson, unawares probably of the capping location, caught off guard. And I believe, let's see here, 7. Current score is 8-6. So even if the Bad Batch gets their next point, if they get one more point, it'll be 9-6. So it will be a victory. The margin is not very large, but they'll still gain a decent bit of MMR. And if they try to allow the Snails to win this, but cap the next round, again, it's only going to be 10-7. The margin is still the same. The Bad Batch want to hold this. If the Snails manage to win this, it'll be a total score of 10-8.
I'm moving back. Hey, I'm taking fucking South Sandcastle.
That happens. Round number 3. Here we go. Hanson with an early pick onto One Truth, but a refrag from its OC onto Aaron to make it a 4v4 and Pastor Pound. Just sitting tight. I don't even know how he got there. But Pastor could be a problem for Downport. I don't know if Pastor's been called out. They must not be aware. If they were, they'd be after him, but OKM is actually after its OCE, making it a 4v3 in favor of the Snails.
One's on 3-story. One's on 3-story.
Looks like passer has now finally been called out. And watch as the attack now shifts from the objective to 3-story. The Hansen and Blue immediately rotate towards the 3-story, trying to flush out and eliminate Pastor Pound. Meanwhile, Allegory Corey has gotten around the defense. Pastor Pound does find the pick onto Blue, making it a 3v3. And I can't get out. Hansen and Downpour can create enough of a distraction, or he could move in and cap underneath Ponoskat's nose. Here comes the push. Quite a bit of noise coming from Corey. But here we go. Tablet out. Corey's capping. And there we go. Just like that. Back-to-back caps. We are now in a 3-2 map. That's the third cap of the match so far. What I'd like to see. And it looks like, yeah, we just received a raid. Sounds like the match on Channel 1 has ended. Welcome all from the Channel 1. This is map number 3, as you can see. And you have missed out on quite a bit of Onward action. Alright, folks. Round number 4. Here we go.
Quick spawn, quick spawn.
Motherfucker. Hey, Pastor, you're good at the long range, bro. If you can, you know where you want to, how can you?
You're full pushing me. So again, Cammy, I'm
Are they going to be prepared for the stealth quick spawn?
Valley.
Looks like Spawn has been called out, and Blue has been tagged. As Hansen does take out Troll. Aaron finds Pastor Pound. And in basically 20 seconds, is now a 5v3 in favor of Snails. As Blue finds its OCE. Now it's a 5v2. It's all down to one truth in Ponoskat. Sounds like the truth's position is now known. Who gets hit with a flashbang, but Ponoskat finds Aaron, making it a 4v2. Wow, that was a nice flashbang. Did find Ponoskat. Just enough time to go off. Just enough time to get right where it needs to be, just above his head.
Yeah, lower road. He's just chilling there to the left side of you guys.
Flashbang will, 2 flashbangs will find Blue. Giving one truth enough time to make a rotation. Try and get an angle onto Blue, but it looks like Hansen may have the angle to cover Blue's back. But blue will find Ponosky. It's now down to one truth. It's all down to the captain in a 1v4. As the captain of the Snails, OKM Blue, makes a rotation to the tank. Let's hear it. Captain versus captain. Who will win? There we go. One truth now is going to make it a 1v3. As he nearly gets taken out by Downpour over in the 3-story. Just right along with One Truth for a little bit. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. Plenty of time to get a couple picks. Possibly a cap. That'd be something. Cap. And another cap. Another cap. All back to back to back. Just trying to memorize the code. I'm gonna move in and get that cap. Try and make it a 5-2 map. You can hear that the controllers, the magnets contacting the stock, so you know they're always gonna have some stable aim. Truth find Downpour? That will be the question. Hit 10 seconds left. I have to be a little bit quieter as we are getting some hot micing coming from One Truth. Wants to stealthily cap. To find a way to make a little less noise in the real world, in his room. Looks like Hanson made a call out, but must be seeing things, I think. Anticipating a Marsoc player to be where they actually aren't. "15 seconds left. One Truth has to make a move, and it has to be now. 8 seconds left. We'll find Hanson. We'll find Corey. Tablet is not out yet. Tablet's out, but no time remaining. And the Snails will get their 3rd point. And now, final round of our final map. going to be the tank warehouse objective. This should be interesting. I expect the teams to take a little bit longer than normal to start this next round, as it all boils down to this. What's gonna happen? Will the Bad Batch win the round? Or will the SirenSnails get their revenge in the rematch? Let me know what you think in the chat. Who do you think is going to win this round? Looks like we won't have to wait too terribly long, as round number 5 is underway.
Get ready for like immediate shit face in the fucking valley. I'm going in front of you.
Here, actually, up right here on the spawn of the box. Let me go around and get my box though. Yeah, let me go around and get my box.
Get ready for someone inside.
Those early shots will give away the SirenSnails spawn. Unfortunately, no picks will come of it, so it's still a 5v5. Meanwhile, the snails are not wasting much time trying to get to the objective. They're now trying to take over the South Apartments building. I think a 10 with one truth who is in Center Apartments. Pretty difficult to root them out, though. And Aaron will find the first kill onto Pastor Pound, the team sniper. Gonna make things a lot easier for the snails now. Don't have to worry about the sniper, who was in the 3-story building, the common sniper's nest of this map. Looks like Corey and Blue are gonna go for the stairs cap. They're gonna try and get onto the stairs here. There's some crates on the other side. They're gonna try and cap from there, but it looks like its OCE has that angle covered. And if he fails, Honoscat is there to back him up. Smoke grenade comes out, followed by a rotation. That's what's going to draw the attention of the defense. Forcing rotation from its OC, which gets killed by Downpour. And Blue, trying to force his way into the smoke grenade to cap, gets shut down. Now a 4v3 in favor of the Snails. Make that a 3v3. Downpour's already inside the warehouse. Has to kill Honoscat. And if the fingers are fast enough today, could get the cap in time before Troll rotates. There we go. There's the kill on the Honoscat. Troll is the only one left who can possibly defend the objective. Actually, I say that, but Truth can defend from the windows. Potentially. Depending on the rotation that Downpour makes. No, don't worry about it. It's now a 3v1 in favor of the SirenSnails. All down to Troll.
No.
And I don't think Troll saw the rotation from Downpour. And Downpour is now tablet out. Flashbang comes out, but it will not have any effect. Here's the cap. No, it decided not the cap. No, it must have saw the nade because it decided to abandon the shooting. Go for the cap again. Roll's not rotating. This is an instant cap. And there it is. With the cap and a total score of 5-3.
Oh.
The SirenSnails win map 3. Whoops. And they'll win the match, and they'll get their revenge in the rematch. Wow. What a way to end this match. It was nothing but action from the beginning all the way to the end. With a total score of 11-8. Not only will the Snails move up in rank from winning the match, but by a fair bit too, with the extra points there aiding them with their MMR. And they were the gold team. This is the gold versus diamond tier match. So for them to come up with a W here is pretty big. Now, GG's to both teams, but before we sign off, we at the VRML just want to say thank you to our sponsors. ProTube VR, VR Cover, HyperX, Arma, VR Wear, Asterion, Rebuff Reality, Cyber Shoes, B Haptics, and Border Foods. Their continued support helps us grow not only as a league, but also as a community, and also provide us with a prize pool at the end of each season. Big shout out to both teams for playing a fantastic match, as well as those who are watching and those in the chat. But that is it. My name is Nomad. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.